Georgie, obviously a big game coming up against the Portland Timbers as one of the younger guys or one of the newer guys to being part of this first team. How do you see this game going, and what feelings are you kind of going into this game with?
I feel like for us, like either you young or you older in the group, is one of the biggest game in the year for us and for the city. And everybody knows the story about Saunders versus Timbers. This is the game that we have to win. This is the game that we have to give everything, and we'll be there on the field to fight. And especially for me, I'm also part of the Seattle, the Saunders organization. It's like a story thing. We have to come on and show up and then try to be this team, and then for the fans to be happy, and for ourselves to feel confidence, because the Cascadia rivalry and all the stuff. So we're pretty positive about that. We have a strong team, we have a depth team too, and we know we can beat them. So we're ready for that.
Can you share, you've had a few opportunities late in games that have, it seemed like ball placement was maybe a little off. Could you share like maybe how you're kind of, working on the finishing, I guess, in the box there when you have those chances?
Yeah. I've been positive, on my attacking side. I've been improving a lot, working with the coaches and the staff, about my positioning. Now I'm getting more often in front of the goal, so that's pretty positive, And unfortunately, the last game against Vancouver, I was there and I shoot, but the guy was right there and then blocked. If I scored that one, it was another story. But I will keep working and actually, come in and then try to bring my energy, score some goal, make some assists, So I'm pretty positive. I know I will get one or two chances, but now I still have to convert it and still working on my defending styles as well, because we all have to defend and we all have to attack. So yeah, we all working, and I think we'll get there.
Are you given a lot of freedom to, obviously you've got your energy and everything like that automatically is going to change the game. Are you given a lot of freedom too when you sub on?
Yeah, either I sub on or either I start. I've been starting like many games in the year. Every time I'm on the field, like I'm giving the same kind of energy from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. I feel like maybe everybody see me like a super sub or something like that. Because of when I come on, the energy that I bring like instantly. But I think it's kind of the same. Either I start or I come on. Me as long as I'm on the field, I want to win. I want to help the team win games. So like I don't know how to give like half of my potential. I always know how to give 100%. So I give everything, and if I'm tired, I'm tired. But I have to give everything. So that's what's happened against Austin, And I will keep repeating those kind of performance every day, days after day. And whatever the coaches need me, whatever the teams need me, I will be there to step up.
What kind of improvements do you feel like you've made this year?
I think I've been working a lot on my finishing and my positioning in front of the goal. Before I was a little bit too wide, from the goal, but now I've been watching like so many videos and coaches give me some advice. So now I feel like I'm close to the goal, and trying to get some goals. So I think that's the part of my game, because I always play with confidence, going on 1v1. This is something I always have in my position, in my wallet. But, being close to the goal, always there, close the back post, being there to receive the ball, So I think that's where I've been improving. And now I'm getting often in front of the goal, and that's the more important thing, creating more chance for myself, because I'm good on creating chance for other people, But sometimes it's good you can create chance at the same time for yourself, shooting, and that's what I'm doing right now.
Can you share a little bit about your national team experience? Like why the switch? I don't know if it's a switch, but why did you chose your father's country, right? Or can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. My dad is from Burkina Faso and my mom is from Ivory Coast. So I play for U20 Ivory Coast, but at the end I had to make a choice, either play for the national I team or the Burkina Faso team, the Ivory Coast first team or the Burkina Faso first team. And I've been talking with my family and those stuff. My mom was okay for my decision if I want to play with Burkina Faso or either Ivory Coast. So I decided to go play. There was nothing like, it's just my decision to go play for Burkina Faso. And I feel like they welcomed me. People really wanted me to be there. I feeling myself over there because people like was really waiting for me. And when I get there, like I was welcomed like even the president. I don't know, but
Yeah.
people really loved me over there. And I went there. I showed up, and that was a great experience, great opportunity. We play against Egypt. We play against Djibouti, and actually we have 2 more games coming.
Yeah.
So against Ethiopia and Sierra Leone. So it's gonna be like good game, World Cup qualification. It's gonna be good experience for me, and there is the AFCON coming. This is a place where I will have like my spot. I will be part of them. I will be, they really need me to help them to win the AFCON, and I'm feeling myself over there. That's where I went.
And that's so you went with where you could be developed a little bit more than you think, and more playing time kind of opportunities.
Yeah.
What are the differences between the two countries, like people wise or?
Yeah, I grew up in Ivory Coast, I don't know that much about Burkina Faso until I get there, But Ivory Coast is like is like kind of like soccer country like Brazil and stuff like that, Burkina Faso as well, but I know more about Ivory Coast than Burkina Faso. But now I'm trying to know that because of my dad's country, and stuff like that. So in terms of like professional experience, Ivory Coast has like more players, like more big time players that everybody knows,
Yeah.
Burkina Faso not that much, but they're still a big country, like trying to develop players and stuff like that. So that's the only like difference that they have,
When it comes to your relationship with the rest of your attackers, how do you feel like that's developed with, a guy like Ferreira, a guy like Albert Rusnak, and, the other wingers like Paul Rothrock? How much do you feel like that's grown?
I think it's going on a positive way, on a good way, Like if you've been watching the last couple of games, like I've been finding them like so many times, in the box, and Jesus, Albert, like even if he closes his eye, he knows how to play me in behind, especially the game against, like for example, Miami, when he find me and play the ball to Diro, like those kind of action, he knows how to find me, and we know how to find each other, Sometimes like game doesn't go our way, so that's why. But I think I'm getting on the right way, finding like the players, all the stuff, and I think it's going well.